What's up, guys? I got a battle for you here. Dreamworld OU on the Smogon ladder, where they allow things like Exadrill, Manaphy, and Garchomp, and even Shadow Tag Chandelier. So it's quite a different meta game when you include those things. Different than POs. So yeah. Anyway, I've got my Sand team. He's got his Rain team, yeah. But he has Manaphy. And I have Exos, and each have your own abuser. So, he has a Deoxys S, so I'm not going to lead with Genesect, since I was thinking he had Fire Punch and he can outspeed me, and I don't want a dead Genesect. And so I think he was thinking that too, that I wouldn't lead him with Genesect. So I just led him with Caldeo, and maybe he thought that was a counter. Bronzong was a counter. I don't know. Anyway, let's see how this goes. I surfed. See how much damage that does. This is measly damage. Measly damage. That's 33%. Nothing. He sets up his rocks. I Calm Mind to get my attack boosted because I don't think he can really hurt me that much. He Confuse Rays, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so annoying. So here I hurt myself. It does like nothing because I use Surf, I guess. Keldon is like not super strong, but if you put it in the right place, it can wreck, absolutely just sweep teams. I know it can really sweep UU teams. I don't know why, but it just does. So here, I surf him, and he's gonna die. Min-max, I guess. So here, I confuse myself. I'm like, oh, come on. I could have gotten some damage on that Manaphy. Maybe 3-hit KOing it, actually. So I snap out of my confusion, and I Secret Sword, because it's the best thing I can do. And yeah, it sets up Tail Glow. And, you know what? I'm like, you know what? Screw it. This thing's gonna die, so get as much damage on this Manaphy as possible, and revenge kill it. He kills me with Energy Ball, you know, whatever. It's just 6-0, and he's pretty much got a dead Manaphy too. Whatever, so he goes into his own Genesect. I could have saw through that, but since he didn't have his Politoed up yet. I should have went for Flamethrower, but no. And he goes into his own Genesect to take the U-turn, which was expected. And he U-turns me, and I take 45%. So you know what? I can live in. I would have taken a Bug Buzz better. Actually, no, probably not. So I set up my rocks, and I really needed those rocks. Those rocks saved my ass right there. They really saved my ass. So here I'm scared of this Politoed, and it turns out it looks like it's Specs. It's probably Specs, right? Or it could be Scarf. I don't know. So he goes into Genesect, and I expected that because when you think about it, he had nothing that could take a Choice Spec Surf. Who did he have? He had Politoed, who obviously wasn't going to stay in, fearing the Draco. And he had Manaphy, which was going to die either way. So here, I'm going to Surf and KO his Genesect, who was really good. And now it's 5-5. So I'm scared of this Politoed, and I'm just going to Death Fodder my T-Tar, since nothing's going to take a Hydro Pump. So at this point, I'm like, oh shit, he's going to win this Weather War. And I can't really abuse my weather without my weather. My team doesn't really fall apart without weather, but it's just not as good. And plus without Keldeo. So here I U-turn. And that was a pretty key play. Because without that U-turn, he would have, I don't know, what was it? Oh yeah. Yeah, here, let me pause it. So I U-turned. I didn't want to T-Bolt because he still had Gilly score. I didn't want to. I just U-turned because that's what I did. And I don't know if that was a good play. I think it was a good play on his part to stay in. But what happens later is not as good. So I sent in my Latios. I died a Hydro Pump. Whatever, Death Fodder. So now I'm like, ah, shit. It's 5-3. And I gotta step up my game if I want to win. So here comes in Genesect, because it's the only thing that can really hurt his Politoed. So he's gonna switch out, because He really needs his weather back. So, whatever. I could have predicted that, but no. I could have predicted Glee Score, but whatever. I'm just gonna U-turn and go into my own Glee Score. I don't know. I should have just acrobatic, but I fling Toxic Orb. Didn't think he was gonna sub. So he subs, and that was good for him. I think I would have won this stall war if I didn't fling. Maybe helping me win the battle faster. I don't know, but I thought I was gonna lose at this point. So, you know, I was just gonna hit him as best as I could. Hope for a win. That's why you never rage quit, guys. Hope for a win. You'll see how this battle ends. So he gives me a +2 flying gem. And I send a Genesect. And what do I U-turn because I know I can take him out. And I U-turn and kill his Manaphy, which was dead anyway, because anything, it can't come in on anything, it was death fodder. So I'm gonna send him my X, and it's 2 to 4 here. So I'm like, ah, shit, I'm gonna lose. And here comes Impolitone and dies the Stealth Rock. So technically, I have won the weather. I have the weather. I have the weather since he died. And that's the funny part, that rocks are priority to weather abilities. So here he sends in Bronzong, Gyro Balls, after I send him my thing. So let me stop here. I'm going way too slow for you guys. So here, let me explain to you what happens. So I send an Exadrill, he gyroed balled my Genesect switch in. Shouldn't do much. And here I saw nothing's gonna take a flamethrower. Nothing wants to take a +1 flamethrower from Genesect. So he sends in his Glee Score to be death fodder. So it's 2-2 now. I'm still like, I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose here. He sends in Deoxys S. And he superpowers since he outspeeds. Which proves to me that he didn't have Fire Punch. If he Fire Punched, well, I don't think it mattered. So, I'm gonna EQ, since that thing's dead anyway. And here I'm like, oh, fuck. What I should have done on this turn was Swords Dance. But I just wanted to see if Return could KO, and it can't. So, here he Gyro Balls. And my balloon pops, and I'm like, good game, man. I tried my best. But I'm just gonna Swords Dance here to see if I can survive the EQ. And I live it with 1% left, which was about 8 health. And I return, and I kill it. And I was like, oh my god. Insane battle. Really good. I had no clue I would win. That was a good battle. Not some best plays but on his part. Not some really good plays on my part, but good battle. Showed what Rain Hyper Offense could really do. Anyway, I'm gonna see you guys later. Like this video, subscribe, do the things that all the other YouTube people tell you to do, and I'll have some more videos later for you guys, more replays. See ya.